I have this misconception about Ikigai. Very quick, I realized most people that struggle because what you're good at may not be what you love. With what Ikigai mentioned, it needs time to make this cycle work. So how to fine tune, and everyone can do it. I want to emphasize on it's not what you love. This is how I achieve Ikigai at this stage of life. Hi, today I'm going to share with you the concept of Ikigai and how we can immediately apply that beautiful, purposeful life early as possible. I actually just went through a midlife crisis, now at the stage of rebuild my self-confidence, my value, and my direction. Ikigai became one of the things that I refer to while I am re-navigating my life purpose. I realized in the first part of midlife crisis where I started to question the purpose of my own existence, I realized it's hard to find that one thing that I'm doing that fit all these 4 segments, which is doing what you love and be good at it and get paid for. At the same time, it fulfills the world needs. I think most of the people who, as long as you get a job, once you get paid for, and that means you're already serving the needs of the world. But I think most people that struggle with is the part of doing what you love and be good at, and then you get paid for. I think this is the same for me. I just graduated my degree in fine art at my mid-age. So all this thing that having this idea to do what you're passionate about and get paid for because I have a degree in my passion, this is part of the reason, part of the trigger that I fall into this midlife crisis. I have this misconception about Ikigai. I would have thought that at the center of Ikigai is like you have 100% at what you love doing, 100% of the pay from there, 100% of your skills to fulfill the needs of the people. That's what I was thinking. I find I've been trapped because what I love at is not yet what I'm good at least not to the level that I can serve 100%. That got me into anxiety. Then I realized, even looking at the chart, when it comes to the segment of Ikigai, it's maybe less than 20%. Then I realized it's true. If our life is 100%, if you can achieve 25% of what you're doing is what you love, 25% what you're doing right now is what you're good at, you fulfill the 25% of the needs of others. And lastly, you get 25% to be paid for your bills, for your expenses. I recall the times when I work and get paid for by doing what I love. When I was a singer, maybe I enjoy more, but there are times that I don't enjoy, which people don't see, which we have to update the song list and practice when we're not on stage. And we have to maintain and take care of our good voice quality. So these are the things that we might not enjoy doing and I get paid for. For another example, when I was a scuba diver doing the coral planting, I feel like I'm doing a mission to make the world a better place to live. And I didn't get paid for. In fact, I have to pay to do that. But I feel I'm doing what I love and I'm getting good at doing it. I really find a purpose. It's just that I have to tackle the fundamental survival needs, which is financial. Very quick, I realized with what Ikigai mentioned, it's not that not possible to achieve, but it needs the process, it needs time from doing what you love and develop it to what you're good at. When you're good enough, you started to find that you can help others in the ways that sometimes we don't expect, and then you get paid for naturally. To make this cycle work, it actually needs some time to develop from what you love doing to you can fulfill the need of other people. That's how you provide value and money comes naturally. So once I accepted that this is a fact, then I realized if we couldn't do that one thing that fulfill all these segments, to achieve that Ikigai, we can do 2 or 3 things to meet this purpose of your life. So if you think of Ikigai, it's a state of living that you find a sense of purpose. It could be one thing you do that will be perfect, but it probably from 2 or 3 things you do. And not all the time you have like equally 25% of all 4 segments. Maybe sometimes you do certain things, it's only fulfill 1% the segment of Ikigai. And sometimes you have like 50% of what you love, you get only paid for 10% to sustain your living. But in overall, I think we can always fine-tune this percentage. And for me, as long as what you're doing right now, it could be 2 or 3 things, or just one thing, that would be great. But if what you're doing right now in your life can somehow meet all these 4 segments, that means you're living a meaningful life. So how to fine-tune all 4 segments? I think it's not an issue as long as you find a job and get paid. When you get paid, that means you're already providing value. You add some value to your boss, to your colleague, to the community, or in a very subtle way that you only see the impact comes after years. So I think this part is easy as long as you get a job, and everyone can do it. On the other 2 segments, which is doing what you love to make it at what you're good at, I think that is most of the people are struggle with, because what you're good at may not be what you love, and what you love may not be good enough. To add a stronger sense of purpose to what you love is not to aim for getting paid, but is to develop with what you love doing and be good at it. I want to emphasize on doing. It's not what you love having. So not to aim for, I want to get paid. You're jumping too far from that step. So once you're doing what you love, take your time to pursue and make it something that you're good enough to provide the value to make others' life better. It could be from teaching, from sharing, in many ways that you can add value to others' life and you get paid for. Take the time to develop this, beginning with what you love doing. Well, in this process, while you're making the effort to achieve this one thing that can meet the Ikigai 4 segments, you can still have the purposeful life by doing multiple things that fill up these 4 segments of Ikigai. Take me for example, I love paintings, I love calligraphy, sharing my ideas, traveling, diving, I love culture exchanging, I love a lot of things, but not everything that I'm good at. And to develop that one thing to become something that I'm good at, it takes time. So now I need to choose which is the one thing that I want to be good at. So for example, if I choose calligraphy, to further develop to be better at what I'm good at by thinking of adding values for others. So far, I enjoy teaching. To be able to see my learners master the calligraphy, it makes me feel like I'm useful. I also started to get paid. It's just not enough to pay 100% of my expenses. So I'm gonna continue and develop. How long does it take? Would I get 100% paid for my expenses in the future? I may not know it, but at least at this process, I enjoy so much that I can keep on going. Just by improving my calligraphy, it became the purpose of my life. So far at this stage, it's not enough for all of my expenses. That means I have to get another job just to get paid. That means this job, I don't have to worry how much I love about this job or how good I am, because now getting this job is the other approach, which is you get paid for, you provide the value, you get to develop, be good at what you need to provide to others. This job may not be fulfilling 100% of what I truly love, but who knows, I might find joy in the process of doing. So I just need to keep myself open and be clear about what I am looking for in this job is to fulfill me to get my bills paid. So in this case, I need 2 things to achieve the Ikigai at this moment of my life. So I can continue to practice my calligraphy and master the way to teach, where give me a sense of purpose. On the other hand, I just need to get a job that can sustain my everyday living, and this is how I achieve Ikigai at this stage of life, by doing two things at the same time. I hope my sharing today is helpful and practical enough for you to think through, and hope you'll find your Ikigai as soon as possible. See you in the next video.